You're welcome back. Now, it started as the usual case of a missing person reported in a local police station in Turkey. But today, it's turning out to be the worst cover-up in history. Indeed, that's how US President Donald Trump puts it. Saudi Arabia continues to be under pressure over the suspected murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who is a fierce critic, or was a fierce critic, of Riyadh's human rights violations and of the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's policies. It's now emerging that 3 other persons are missing, and all of them are princes. Now, as investigations get underway into the suspected murder, we can now link up with our partners, the DW, on how much pressure from the international community will bring out the truth in this matter. For our conversation today, Joy News' Mamabi Owusu Abuaje engages Jefferson Chase.
They've been reacting much as people in Ghana have been reacting, namely with moral outrage. Really, this is a very brutal crime that's been carried out against a fairly moderate critic of the Saudi government. So people don't really understand why this had to be so brutal. The Saudi explanation for what happened has been dismissed as completely ridiculous. The idea that a 60-year-old man would somehow accidentally die in a fight with 15 people inside the Turkish embassy, inside the Saudi embassy in Turkey, is quite frankly, no one believes it. And so they've stepped up the pressure on German businesses and on the German government to do something about it. And these 2 institutions are starting to listen to this popular dissatisfaction. Siemens and Deutsche Bank are boycotting the major economic conference that's going on this week in Saudi Arabia. And of course, the German government has suspended 400 million euros in arms sales to the Saudi government this year.
I was just going to come to, at the level of government, what kind of pressure they are mounting to get to the bottom of this matter.
Well, the German government has basically told the Saudi government that they want a much better explanation for what actually happened to Mr. Khashoggi. Over the weekend, Germany joined together with France and the United Kingdom and said that they wanted a plausible investigation, a credible investigation. That's basically saying they don't think the Saudis are telling the truth about this. The president of the European Parliament, Donald Tusk, has said he thinks that there may have to be an international role in this. So basically, the German government's position is that they're going to keep asking the Saudis to come up with some sort of plausible account of what happened, and if it's not forthcoming, then they'll kick it up to the international level.
Jefferson, the halting of the sale of arms, that would come with some figures being cut to Germany in terms of monies that should be coming to Germany. If we look at Donald Trump's earlier reaction to this issue, saying, for instance, that the Saudis spend quite a lot of money on America. The reason he didn't straight away go ahead to condemn. So I'm asking, the cutting or the halting of arms to Saudi, that will come also with some losses to Germany, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, 400 million euros is a sizable amount of money. And of course, German businesses could stand to lose billions in business if economic ties between the two countries suffer. On the other hand, this is such a PR disaster. People around the world are outraged at what happened here. So it's a case of where the governments can't use their normal pragmatic way of dealing with Saudi Arabia and are starting to put some moral, some ethical pressure on it. And I think Germany is much more likely to be willing to pay some sort of price in terms of arms sales than, of course, the U.S., which exports far more armaments to Saudi Arabia to begin with.
Jefferson, we'll leave it here. This is still very much unfolding, so we'll come to you as and when we have to. But thank you very much.